morning and welcome to an all-new Eye of the Tiger. I'm Nate Wynn.
And I'm Nick Chang.
As Dick mentioned last Tuesday, RHS will not be holding its annual every 15 minutes event this year.
As Nick mentioned last Tuesday, RHS will no longer be holding its annual every 15 minutes event this year.
We just had a lot of input and feedback from students and community members, and we feel like the every 15 minutes program is outlived its purpose and intent to make a impact. And so we still think it has potential there, but we wanted to really come up with a different plan, and so that was the beginning of thinking we needed to make a change. We felt like every 15 minutes had just become somewhat of a production, and people thought more about, oh, it's this cool event, and not focused on really the message. And the message is what's most important to us. Every kid at this school matters to us.
Junior Carly Nicholson believes that Roseville should continue participating in every 15 minutes.
I believe that every 15 minutes should still be a part of Roseville High School, and we shouldn't take it away because it still has an effect on people. But I think instead of doing it every year, we should do it every 4 years and make it more like climactic, because right now we set up the same car against the same tree, and it just kind of has lost its effect on everyone. And instead of like knowing when the date is going to be where every 15 minutes is, I think we should do it like sporadically so no one's prepared for it.
RHS hopes to find more effective ways to spread awareness of the dangers of risky behavior to all classes.
For those students that care and they want to make a difference and help keep their peers safe and be safe, I don't know if it's going to have that big of a difference, because they're going to step up and do the right thing no matter what.
In the future, RHS hopes to find more effective ways to spread awareness of the dangers of drunk and distracted driving to all classes.
AP exams start next week. On Monday, the chemistry and environmental science tests are in the morning and psychology test is in the afternoon. Tuesday's tests are computer science and Spanish in the morning. Art, history, and physics in the afternoon. English, literature, and composition is on Wednesday morning. U.S. Gov and Politics is on Thursday morning, and U.S. History and Studio Art are on Friday morning. Room assignment information is listed in the admin building hallway and the student service window and near the library entrance.
We now go to Dominic Taylor for sports.
Good morning, and welcome to this Friday's edition of EOTSN. I'm Dominic Taylor. This past year in Roseville sports has been filled with successful seasons for a plethora of teams. All that success has secured Roseville a second-place spot in the CVC All-Sports competition, which is a yearly accumulative ranking system that combines the season results of all CVC schools in a point system. 8 points for first place in a sport, 7 points for second place, and so on. Currently, Whitney is the first-place school with an 80.5 point total. Since the results for spring sports have not been entered yet, Roseville, with a 74.5 total, may have a chance to overtake Whitney.
As of Wednesday, Roseville sits only 6 points behind Whitney in the CVC All-Sport competition. Roseville has made a huge jump in the rankings from last few years, being ranked 3rd and 4th the last few years to finally being a top contender.
Yeah, I mean, I think it means a lot for our school. You know, I mean, you're right, we've been kind of towards the bottom since we've gotten into CVC. But I think, you know, since the beginning of the year, since fall sports, winter sports did really well, and our spring sports are doing good too. So I think it's a credit to, not only our senior class, but, our entire athletic department and teams.
The impressive class of athletes in the 2017 class can be pointed to for all the success in Roseville sports this year.
You know what, I'll be honest, I think our senior class is on the boys and girls side is very competitive, a lot of good athletes, a lot of talent. So I think that has a lot to do with it. And that you couple that with the support of, our juniors or sophomores or freshmen to play, varsity sports. I mean, it's all kind of coming together for us.
However, time is dwindling for Roseville to close the gap. With sports like golf, tennis, and swimming being close to over, it falls on teams like volleyball, softball, track, and baseball to close the deficit by winning as many games and meets as they can.
Well, I know we play Whitney in volleyball tonight, at Whitney, so that's going to be big for us. I'm not sure exactly how the rest of the schedule pans out for, baseball doesn't play Whitney. I think we've already played them. So, but I still think there's a lot of opportunity for us to get some wins in all our sports and be competitive and catch Whitney. But I think tonight will be a big game for our boys volleyball team.
Roseville did go on to win their game on Wednesday against Whitney, 3-0, not only securing the CVC, but also securing the season streak of not losing a single match in a CVC game. The final composite scores for all sports competition will be entered towards the end of May when all sports have ended their seasons. EOTSN would also like to give a special shout out to all the athletes who were recognized for committing to their respective universities for athletics last week, including Megan Anderson, Jake Littlejohn, Savannah Smith, Keegan Ness, and Kayla Kwong. And that's it on your home for Roseville High School sports, top plays, breakdowns, and more. I have the Tiger Sports Network, EOTSN. Now we go over to entertainment.
Thanks, Dom. Last Friday, our childhood science hero returned to television after almost 20 years. Bill Nye Saves the World is the newest addition to Netflix's collection of shows and is, of course, a spiritual sequel to the beloved Bill Nye the Science Guy. Right off the bat, this show has clearly taken a separate tone from the previous show, aiming mostly at adults who clearly didn't learn enough about science 20 years ago and need a refresher and some updates, in an attempt to further educate everyone about important topics and ultimately save the world. He covers a variety of topics from population, human sexuality, space, and climate change. My favorite part about each episode is a segment called Bill Nye Needs a Minute, where he basically rants about said topic and yells at a camera about how he really feels. And I have to admit, watching Bill Nye scream at a camera about climate change was the highlight of my day. I really had no idea how funny and sarcastic Bill was, and truly nobody can do his job better than him. Even though the show has lost a bit of its overall entertainment quality by taking more of a serious tone at times, I still feel like I'm having fun and learning something at the same time, which is obviously the whole point. It's less of a fun, hey kids, want to find out about how the digestive system works, and more of a, this is a thing that everyone needs to be aware of because the world is changing. Accompanying Bill in this new show are some special celebrity guests who travel to different countries to learn about how topics being discussed in the episode are affecting other countries and not just America. I really recommend this show if you're looking for not just a nostalgia fest, but also a way to get educated in an entertaining and refreshing way. Now we go back to news.
Thanks, Sophie. An RHS senior danced her way into an Ivy League.
Roseville High School senior Shayna Morgan has been balancing rigorous academics and multiple extracurriculars, including dance team. Morgan's been able to maintain over a 4.0 GPA while being a dance team member. Now her efforts have paid off with acceptances from both Cornell University and UCLA.
I really wasn't expecting it. I applied to these schools, but I didn't really know if I could get in, and I'm really happy that I did. It just feels like everything finally is paid off, and like all the times when I wasn't able to do something like hang out with my friends or something because I was studying, something like that, it just kind of seems worth it now, and I'm glad that I didn't have to give up dance to do it. I'm glad I was able to do it, both of them at the same time.
Morgan's acceptances were no surprise to her friends, who recognize her hard work and are proud of her for it.
I was really excited for her, but I wasn't really surprised because Shayna works really hard at school, and I kind of had a feeling she would get in, and I was just, I'm really happy for her.
Senior Lauren Roberts is excited to see where Morgan will go in life.
Shayna just has amazing balance in her life. Like, she has a job, she volunteers, she takes like tons of AP classes, and I just feel like I'm just so proud of her and everything she's done, and I know she's going to have an amazing time with whatever school she chooses. So,
Morgan will attend Cornell University this fall.
Dodgeball signups are next week starting on Monday. Sign up in the cafeteria during both lunches. Teams can have a maximum of 6 people. The tournament will be during both lunches, May 22nd to the 26th.
Seniors, don't forget that tomorrow is the last day to sign up for senior ball seating. Congrats to senior Zoe Stevens, who won the Excellence in Medium Award. Her and other RHS students' artwork will be on display at the Crocker Art Museum until May 28th.
That's it for us today in Eye of the Tiger.
And remember, we're always on at eyethetigernews.com. See you next time.